And we're back.
Welcome to Eldric. I am your prince, and I thought we could have used an intro, I guess.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Alright, do you guys remember what happened last time?
We about to drop some bodies?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll find out.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Alright, see you tomorrow, everybody.
Baguio will not be dropping bodies.
Hold on, I gotta give a... Okay, it's gonna be a good day.
Oh, nat 20 off
It's gonna be a good
Either
day.
Either that or you wasted your nat 20 on that.
Oh, shoot.
Fine, I'll do it too.
Oh, man.
Did you guys see my roll?
Yes.
Yeah, 4.
Shit, okay. Never mind, I guess
We
I'll
go
continue.
through this every day, or every session, DJ. You
Just
roll
making
it,
sure.
you ask if we see it, we say yeah, you said shit, I'll just use my regular D20.
So the scene is Baguio and Griffin are sitting on top of the roof of this warehouse staring down into this window, and this is where they just saw Elijah. You guys are looking down into the roof through the window, and you see Elijah just appear before this group of yellow-vested people and this the mayor, as you guys have learned. And he has just said that he's about to drop some bodies, and he has the short sword already drawn. But I figured it would make more sense to put this here, so I'm going to just add this little bit of flavor right now. As Baguio and Griff are looking down, I'm not sure what emotions they are feeling at that moment, but both of them are filled with something. And as they are staring down, Baguio starts to emanate this glow of turquoise, and Griffin starts to emanate his own glow of night sky as it envelops into both of them and becoming fuller.
It's us leveling up.
Yes. Becomes fuller, and then slowly it disappears. And then you guys...
I don't know about you, Griff, but I feel really good.
Yeah. Felt like a little high. A little something.
A little something. Alright, so what do we see?
He just said...
No. I know we've leveled up. I'm saying he's down there, he pulled out his sword.
Yeah.
Is he doing anything else?
Unless you guys wanted to do something, he has a sword out, and after he says that, the 6 yellow-vested individuals also pull out their swords, but before they even have a chance to do anything, Elijah is gone, and everyone's looking around for him, and then all of a sudden, he's at the back of the room with the farthest guy towards the door, with his sword up to his throat, and without even saying anything, he just slices through him and he drops. And then he disappears again. And then everyone else is on guard, now paranoid, looking around. So now there's 5 yellow-vested individuals.
Okay.
No! He's going too far, Griff. Should we get down there?
Say let's go for it.
Is there a latch or a handle or anything to this window gate up here at the roof?
Usually I would say yes, but I really like the idea of Baguio and Griff breaking through the window.
Okay, so this particular one does not have an opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what Griff's gonna do. I'm sorry I had to do this, Baguio. But Griff grabs Baguio, turns him around, and uses his shell to break through the window, and then flies down and sets them both on the ground.
Oh my god.
So this is what happens. Griff says, "Sorry, I have to do this to you," and you grab him and you just knock him into the window. I'm not even gonna make you roll anything.
Baguio's gonna go, ah!
No, I don't throw him through the window. I just
No, it just surprises me.
It does surprise Baguio. In fact, he thinks that you did throw him through the window because...
That would be funny.
What?
If Baguio, he's like, and then you just hear, like he goes into his shell.
Okay, Baguio thinks he has fallen, so I'm gonna retract into my shell.
So as he's
oh wait, I forgot my tail.
He thinks that you are now falling, so he's freaking out the whole way there because you're basically breaking through the glass and going down all the way to the ground. And then he feels a sudden stop, and you are now on the ground. as you guys hear, "What the fuck is going on?"
Is this bingo night? Are we in the right spot?
You see from Baggio's shell, eyes peeping out of the head hole.
The mayor says, "Yeah, it's bingo night." And you see him, like, grab onto one of the yellow-vested guys, and he pulls him in real close and whispers into his ear. And then he gets back to back with that person. And then you see Elijah appear again, just towards the back of the room, like right behind another person. And he says, "Oh my god, you guys!" And as he says that, someone in front of him turns around trying to slice at him, and then he turns into a fly again, and no one can see him.
Alright, so I'm going to use my action to get out of my shell when I stand up. And I'm going to be like, "Elijah, you're going too far. Why are you killing these men?"
You don't see him, but people are looking around in silence for a second. Can you make a perception check? You hear... Okay, so on a 17... I gotta remember that we have to say these, because sometimes we're like, "Oh, damn! No, you don't see nothing," and then we don't know what the number is. But
my perception is 17 plus 2, so 19.
Okay, 19. So you hear a buzzing sound right behind you, and then it's slowly starting to stop. So from that, you could assume that he's about to turn back into his half-elf form, so you can have a surprise on him if you wish.
So, as he manifests behind me, I'm going to try to grab him by the shoulders to talk to him. What would I roll for that?
Athletics. Just usually it's grabbing.
So
okay.
9 plus, so 10 total.
I don't think that's gonna hit, but I will say he manifests right behind you, Baggio, and Griffin. You see this going on, and in that motion of you turning around to grab him, he is very surprised that you even noticed. So picture this in slow motion as he sees you turning around because you've noticed him. He's very surprised.
Okay.
Take advantage.
All right. So
take advantage by rolling.
Yeah, I
again
know. I'm trying. Please give me a good roll. Oh, 13.
All right, that's good. You got him at that point.
I turn around, I grab him as he reappears, and I'm like, "Elijah, the killing needs to stop."
I told you guys to get out of my way. The only way that we can get through this and figure out what's going on in this town is by getting to the mayor. And you think those guys are going to let us get to him? And besides, I already killed, 2?
Listen,
maybe 1? I lost count.
Listen.
Elijah, go hard.
Elijah do go hard. But listen, just because killing them all is the easy way and not killing them is the hard way does not mean we shouldn't give them a chance. We don't have to kill them.
Griffin, as this is happening, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
12. And my saving throw for dexterity?
Yes.
Is +5.
Nice. Okay. So on a 17, you notice that one of the yellow vests has started running at you guys.
Right.
And was about to attack you. Describe what you do to get out of the way.
Now, my back is turned, so I don't notice, right? Because I turned around towards Elijah.
Yeah, you don't notice, but this is an attack on Griffin.
Well, Griff does, backflip, a back handstand or whatever. Gets out of the way.
Backhand spring.
Yeah. And then, as I'm, upside down and going to my feet, I trip him. I grab his ankle. What do I have to roll for that?
You can expend a swashing point to trip him. I won't make you have to re-roll that or make him roll for it because you already got your dexterity saving throw and it was pretty high. So if you want to expend a swashing point, I think you have 5 per day.
It says 6.
Yeah, okay. Then you have 6. So you can expend a swashing point and then you'd have 5. Is that what you're going to do?
Yes.
All right. Then you trip the man. And now, Baggio, you see him being tripped, and then Elijah says, "I told you guys to stay out of my way, and now you're coming in here and doing my business?"
Listen, Elijah, we can help you, and you can help us, and we can do all of it without killing.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to figure that one out for yourself. And then he turns into a fly, and you see now everyone else behind you coming at you two. So,
hold on. What? So he just fucked us all doing that. Okay.
So now
he left us to fight these several guys.
I was just saying, is Griff like, he's not good in martial arts, I don't think. I'm saying I could like...
Not like karate like me, no.
Yeah, I thought maybe I could just pluck Elijah out of the air with my 2 fingers.
Ooh, but can Baggio try to do that?
If you can find him, but you're going to have to do a high roll in order to see him.
Okay, I'm just going to do
it's
perception.
Worth a shot.
Even if I can't get him, I'm going to do a perception just to see if I can see where he goes.
Okay.
Ooh.
What is that, an 18?
Oh, baby. 19.
19. Okay. You're not going to grab him out of the air.
No.
But you do see...
I just want to see where he flies to.
Your eyes blur it for a second, and then they focus, and they see this static gray fly in the air going towards the... It looks like he's about to fly out of the place, but then he does a dart towards the back of the room where the door is and where most of the gang members are.
So now we got people running at us.
How many guys are running at us?
So he killed one of them of the 6 gang members. There's also the mayor, but he's
too much of a coward to do anything.
Yeah, he's staying back. So I'm going to need you guys to roll for initiative. Weston has tripped someone, and that person is prone right now. So they are on the ground.
Do we know what kind of weapons they have? Is it just swords?
It looks like mostly swords.
Okay.
One of them does have a hammer, though. It looks like that's the leader of the
like a
group.
warhammer.
It's a bit longer than that, but the hammer on the end of it looks like a warhammer, but the end of it seems to be a big old hammer. All right, so
hammer time.
on your initiative rolls of 17 for Griff and 14 for Baggio.
Actually, I get +2 to my initiative.
My initiative is +3.
So you got 20. I got 16.
So if I'm counting this correctly, there are technically 4 coming at you 2, while another one is on the ground.
Right.
Okay.
Also, I just want to say thank you for choosing names that aren't the same letter.
Oh, so you can write it just the letter.
First one into battle is going to be number 3. He's a tabaxi with a yellow vest. He's coming towards you, Baggio. Oh, what's your AC again?
My AC should be 21, but it's 17.
Fuck off. Oh, that's just gonna hit? Okay. The tabaxi has a pair of daggers, and they're going to try and attack. You're going to take 2 damage. Keep track of this. Next one up is going to be the main guy. He looks like a gruff dwarf with a black mustache and a slick back haircut.
Did I start at full health?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
When people level up, they start at full health.
Alright, so I take 2 damage.
Yes. Now this one's going to attack you, Griff.
Griff, watch out, this guy just stabbed me.
You're a turtle, dude. Just go in your shell.
This dude's crazy.
I don't know. You got your arm or something like this.
Don't turtles have soft bellies?
Dad, he's stabbing food.
The main guy...
No, I got a shell on the front and back, so I mean...
What?
He stabbed me some... They got a shell on their stomach.
Oh, yeah, they do.
He hit me like in the arm or something, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Just about to make turtle soup out of me.
No joke.
The dwarf attacked you with a sickle, Griff, but with your... I'm going to say with your sword, you just blocked it.
Like a motorcycle?
I'll kill you. Blocked it. So I'm going to go from that one, and then next is going to be Griff.
So the guy...
You just blocked this guy's sickle with your short sword. And he's the dwarf.
Alright. I grab out my short...
And I pull out my gun.
short sword. And I said I would try to stab him in the stomach, or like the side.
Right.
But he's a dwarf, so I'd probably like hit him in the face.
Griffin, go easy on him.
I go to try to stab him in the side of the... like... in the stomach somewhere.
Alright.
Not as a killing blow, but as a wounding blow.
You want to incapacitate him.
Right. I want to inconceive him.
Non-lethal.
There's my luck.
On a 5, I'm going to say that you swing for his face, but because he's a dwarf and you don't really know how to handle his height, you just swing
over his head.
Yeah. Then we're going to go to the 5th one, who is a elf. Not sure if you can notice, but he has long ears that point out directly 90 degrees from his head. And he's going to attack you, Baggio.
Oh, yeah?
Whoop his ass, Baggio.
Okay, so just canonically, what Baggio's doing during this fight, he's got one hand by his head, one hand out in front of him, and he's like tiptoe dancing back and forth between his feet, like karate style.
Because you do have 2 guys on you at this point.
Yeah, I know. I'm on guard, full karate right now.
Sounds like your type of night, Baggio.
This elf has gauntlets, and he's going to...
Oh, he trying to throw hands too, huh?
Yeah, he's trying to throw hands.
Okay.
He about to on you.
He does hit though, and he's going to use melee damage. That's going to be 5 damage.
Alright, I ain't worried
Dang,
about it.
dude.
I ain't even sweat it, yo.
You're tripping right now.
Yo, bro. Next in the lineup is this gnome character. He's moving 10, 15 feet, and he seems to be going rather quickly for you, Griffin. Your AC is like 13, right?
Yes.
That's a hit.
You got this little gnome just rushing us? Okay.
He's going real fast, and at first you guys don't understand why he's going so fast, but Griffin, I'm not going to make you roll perception. You notice that his shoes...
Are they untied?
No.
Is he wearing some J's?
He's in terms of Eldric Gadrid, he's wearing some J's. The depression.
Uh-oh.
Dude, that means we have to jump them and steal them.
Oh.
They're the Sir Pippin's jumper boots.
Sir Pippin's jumper. I'm actually glad you knew to say Pippin.
Okay, so can we canonically say that this gnome's wearing some nice shoes?
Yeah, he's wearing nice. That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay.
And
Griffin, I want those shoes.
With that, he has basically gone through everybody in the room that before, like, he's going twice the speed of everybody else, and he jumps right behind the dwarf that is attacking Griff, and he is jumping at you, Griffin, with a short sword, but to him it seems to be
a regular sword.
It might as well be a claymore. And he attacks you for, that's right, 3 damage. I'm gonna say he doesn't like chop at you or even does any slashing or piercing damage. Might as well be blunt damage as he has bashed the back of your head.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn.
And then we're going to the one that was all the way in the behind them. I'm going to say that you guys don't even notice what race this character is, because by the time you are dealing with all of this shit around you, you just notice Elijah appear right behind him and just slice him through the neck, almost decapitating him. Ooh. And he drops.
Elijah, no!
Well, my guy's down. How are you doing? And then he turns into a fly again.
So I got 2 people on me, 2 people on Baggio, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
I'm real stressed out.
Next in the order is going to be the dwarf who's attacking you, Griffin. That's a 14, you're 13, right? And he's going to attack with his warhammer.
Right.
That's going to be 2 damage.
Okay. Going on down.
Going on down. Okay. Next in the order is the tabaxi.
When am I going to get a swing?
When your turn in the initiative comes.
Who's he fighting again?
That's Baggio's deal right now. With the daggers. That's going to be a miss. Trying to... I'm going to say that one of the daggers he tries putting into your stomach.
But
I should say she tries to put into your stomach, and one of the daggers bends into a curve because it hits.
It hits my shell?
Yeah.
Ha! I waved her.
You don't hit those.
She definitely don't hit those.
Then we're gonna go to Griffin. You're up.
All right. So
You have the gnome that has just gone behind you now. You're basically being flanked by a dwarf and a gnome.
sounds funny. I'm gonna use a swashbuckling maneuver to disarm the guy with the short sword.
Right. Okay.
So I have to spend a point, right?
So you'd be down at 4.
Yeah. And do I have to roll to see if I...
Disarming, I have to roll. It's a strength saving throw.
Okay.
What's your DC? It should be next to swashbuckling maneuvers. I told you to write it down.
13.
Yeah, that's not gonna roll. So you disarm the gnome.
Nice.
That short sword is not there at the moment. Was that your bonus action?
What's the bonus? Like, that means I can do one more, right?
You can attack now.
But why did I have that bonus? Is that like a... Do I have to spend anything to...
No, because you used your swashing point to disarm him, so now that was a swashbuckling maneuver as a bonus action.
Oh,
if you
okay.
expend a swashing point.
Okay.
So now you can attack.
Now I am going to use my sword again. They're right on me, right? Or are they...
At this point, since you moved towards the gnome, the dwarf is right behind you. I'm going to say you'd be better off getting the gnome. If you were going to go back for the dwarf, I'd give you disadvantage since you're turning around. So
Okay.
I would suggest taking out the gnome.
And he's on me. I'm going to use my sword again to try to stab him in the leg or something.
All right. A nat 1. Oh, boy.
Botched.
I did waste that nat 20.
Okay.
So is that a hit?
That's a critical.
No.
That is a critical failure, Weston.
So as you're going down to get this gnome's thigh with your short sword,
Ooh.
I want to say he's so far down
then.
since he's a gnome. You trip, and you hit the ground, and your short sword stays stuck in there as you fall to your back. You don't have your short sword. It's within arm's length, but you're gonna have to take a couple actions in order to get back up and get your sword. And with that, we go to Baggio. What are you doing?
Thank God. Baggio's like, Griff, are you okay?
I fucked up, Baggio.
Okay, let's see what I'm about to do to these fools.
I'd be tripping.
I see that, Griffin. Don't worry. I'll use my martial arts on these. So, who's near me in melee range?
Both in melee range. The Tabaxi would probably be the closest since she just tried to attack you with the dagger. And then also the elf with the gauntlets.
I'm going to use a key point. You spend one of my key points, so I've got 2. That'll put me down to 1. Okay, 1 KP left. I'm going to use flurries of blows on the elf. So I get 2 unarmed strikes after attack action.
So you can attack and then you can do 2 armed strikes.
Yeah. So
Alright.
I'm going to attempt to bash her with my... The elf's the chick, right?
No. The Tabaxi's the chick.
Oh,
The
yeah,
elf
okay.
is-
So I attack the elf. I attempt to swing at her with my quarterstaff.
Alright.
8 plus... Oh, I don't have any pluses, so 8.
Well, the funny thing is that's a hit.
Oh, cool. So, let me roll for damage. Alright, 4 damage with the quarterstaff. And then I get 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, go for it.
So, unarmed strike, 1d4 plus strength. But I can use my... As a monk, I can use my dexterity instead. Now, let me roll my attack. Do I have to roll an attack roll on those since I use K to use it?
No, that wouldn't make sense to me.
Okay. So, I'm going to roll 2d4 because I'll do it twice. Plus my dexterity save, which is 2. So, 1 second. Roll 2d4s plus 4. 8 more.
Okay, I'm gonna say after the first unarmed strike, that person seems to their eyes shudder for a second.
And again, remember, non-lethal, I don't kill.
Yeah. shudder for a second, and maybe they're about to go down, but you don't want to take that chance, so you just clock them again, and then they go falling back.
Alright. I'm going to say, well, I seem to have stopped mine without killing them.
It's right back up to the dwarf, who is going to swing on you, Griff, who you are prone, so therefore he gets advantage.
He gonna swing on Griff?
He gonna swing on Griff.
In front of his friends?
Here's what happened. In front of his friends?
So you're wondering how I got to here. Well, I'll tell you.
So, you're on your back, Griffin, looking at this now upside-down dwarf as he's coming towards you with this warhammer.
Whoa! It's setting the scene.
And over to the side, you see Baggio just finesse on this other guy.
And then as he picks up his warhammer, he tries to pull it down, like throw it down on you, and then just right before he's going to attack, like hit you, Elijah appears between the two of you and puts his short sword through the actual hammer of the warhammer, and it goes all the way through, stopping the dwarf.
This guy just stabbed his hammer.
That is that turn, and since he can pop in and out of initiative, he's going to take his turn on the dwarf. That's going to be a hit, and I'm going to say that Elijah, after doing this, he pushes down his sword through the hammer, pushing it into the dwarf and stabbing him, killing him.
Stabbing. Killing him.
Well, I just rolled like a max on the weapon. And
how much damage does it deal? It deals death.
So he basically stabbed this dude through the heart after putting it through the hammer, and he says, also, these guys aren't going to be able to talk later, and then goes back into a fly form. And now it's the Tabaxi's turn. And the Tabaxi with the dagger is going to take his other dagger and attack your shell, and that one also turns.
My God.
That was in that one, so I was like, oh fuck. Okay, that's gonna
I'm
go...
gonna literally tell her, like, I'm gonna talk to her after that, and I'm gonna be like, you know I have a shell, right?
I didn't know that it was gonna be that hard, though. And then it goes down to Griffin. You can now use your action to stand up and grab your sword, and then you can attack, but you have to stay within the place that you are.
Griff, get up.
Okay, so who's left? The
people that are left are the gnome, who's on the ground, the Tabaxi, and then you two.
And the gnome is he prone?
Yeah,
is that
he's
the
on
guy
the
I
ground.
tripped?
No. He was prone. He's now... I was trying to explain that he was the one who jumped up and was, like, running through everybody.
Okay. And he's the one who's got the shoes, right?
He's the Sir Pippin's jumperoos.
Now, what do those do exactly? Is it like special shoes that gives you speed or something?
We don't know.
They are special shoes. You can... I mean, because they're Sir Pippin's jumperoos. Of course they're special
okay,
shoes.
Okay. I'm gonna get those later.
If they're your size, they're gnome shoes.
That is true. Okay, well, I stand up.
He's wearing children's size.
I'm gonna pull out my eagle bow.
Wait, doesn't Weston or Griffin? Doesn't he have like talon feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got bird feet, dude.
You can put it on a claw.
Yeah. Is he even wearing shoes right now?
I don't think so.
I couldn't even wear shoes, could I?
Yeah, you'd have to get specially made bird shoes.
I mean, you could. You could visit like a Sir Pippin's tent, someplace in the festival.
Can Baggio after this go to this place's equivalent of lids and get a hat?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna take out my eagle bow and try to shoot this guy for like the third time.
All right, attack.
Okay.
Hits.
See you guys.
No, that hits. That hits.
I think at this point, Griff's like, man, this is too much for me, and he's gonna fly out.
Griff's like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
But that hits.
I know.
But this,
he knows it's all getting a little too real for Griff.
He's about to leave Baguio behind. Just leave.
Dang, son.
All right. Okay, that like I'm gonna say that goes through one of his feet.
Okay.
And like
I'm
keeps
a bad
him planted.
shot. Got it.
No, it keeps him planted so he's not moving anywhere. And then it's gonna be Baguio,
So who's left?
the gnome, and the tabaxi.
The gnome is.
All right, so I'm gonna
Stuck
go
right
up.
now.
I'm gonna use my move to go up to the guy who's shot in the foot.
Right?
And-
You're just gonna walk away from the tabaxi?
Yeah, because I want to put this guy out of his misery. Because
Griff
I'm gonna
can't.
try. No, I'm gonna try to knock him out because he's in pain because his foot is shot.
Okay, but you're gonna get an attack of opportunity if you move away from the tabaxi.
I know, but that's what Baguio would do. He wouldn't want the guy to suffer.
All right. Okay. As you're walking away, that's a nat 20.
Oh.
Hey, I'm playing my character.
Okay. What's 12 damage looking like for you?
I'm out. I just 8-sided died right there.
So as you turn around and you're like, as you turn around, the fucking tabaxi just fucking kangaroo kicks you
She's like, "What, you stupid?"
Kangaroo Jack, dude.
and just kangaroo kicks you into the fucking ground and you just
Does he get knocked out?
yeah, he's knocked out.
She did 12 damage. I had 6 health, so
He's just trying to do the right thing, man.
that's Baguio.
Who else but Baguio? Off. Okay. Then we're gonna
You
go.
give this chick a
I
chance to
felt
live.
bad for him.
You give this chick a chance to live. You turn your back on her and she just knocks you out.
How many daggers does she have, by the way? She freaking broke 2 of them on me.
I know she fucking kangaroo kicked you.
Yeah.
She kangaroo kicked your head, and I'm gonna say her 2 feet did 6 damage, and then the ground did 6 more damage.
Dang, do I need to roll my death roll? Am I dead?
On your next turn, we'll see how that plays out. But it's gonna be
Fuck.
the gnome is up next.
If I die, I'm coming back as an Eddie level character.
No, don't do this to me. Okay, Griff, while you're distracted by Baguio getting knocked the fuck out and just sliding towards you, the gnome rolls a 16 against you.
Okay.
And he's going to attack you with a short sword,
And it misses.
dealing 1 damage.
Oh, pussy.
What does Griffin say seeing Baguio get knocked the F out?
Baguio, you stupid bitch.
Yes!
Why'd you turn your back on her?
I just go,
Answer me!
Griff, it's your turn.
Alright, okay, this is what Griff's gonna do if I can. I'm gonna fly over to Baguio.
Save us, Griffin.
Fly over to Baguio and pick him up and then fly to
Get us out of here! Just leave!
Fly up through the window that we broke through and sits him on the roof.
Oh, okay.
You're going to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Oh my god, am I gonna get knocked the fuck out?
Again by the tabaxi. Because the gnome.
Dang, what is this chick?
Wes, okay.
Where's Elijah at this point?
You don't know. What Wes, you need to be real with me. What is your HP at?
13?
She just rolled a nat 20. Again.
How
Wait,
much
does
damage?
that do 20 damage?
No, it's double damage.
Oh.
And she has, you know what? I'm just gonna...
Keep going with it.
Alright, it's gonna be 4 damage.
Oh.
Again with her powerful hind
Dude,
legs.
this chick's fucking this up. Alright, it's time to do
Who you
something.
talking to? I'm out.
I can't believe I thought Baguio was gonna turn his back on the chick and she knocked him out, and then me trying to say Baguio, I turned my back on her and then she knocked me out.
Griffin,
Okay.
maybe we should leave.
That's
You're just okay. Now
that's
you
what I was
guys are
trying
just,
to do.
You said you're going to set me on the roof.
Now you guys are dazed on the roof after he took an attack of opportunity.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
but
out. I'm unconscious.
All right, Griff is going to take a action and give him mouth to mouth. No.
You guys are out of initiative. You have successfully tried to retreat.
I'm not choking. What are you doing? One second.
Bagio, you have to make your death roll. You,
Oh, God.
You need to roll a d20.
Oh, God.
What, to live?
Yeah. No, I'm dead, Weston. Like, he did... I had
No.
6 health and she did 12. Like, I'm unconscious. I'm in critical condition.
He needs to make a d12, a d20.
Please, God. I don't want back.
You're not going to die because you have to make 3 at least to see.
Oh!
And you're stabilized.
Okay.
There you go. Roll an 18.
I'm no longer bleeding internally, okay?
I'm going to say with that,
Can I talk? Do I come to at all?
I'm going to say the camera is now in the point of view of Baggio as his eyes start to blink open, and you see Griffin looking down on you.
I see Griffin coming towards me with his beak open, about to give me mouth to mouth. I'm gonna smack him away and kind of set up and like, what happened?
Dude, you got knocked the fuck out and we had to get out of there. What were you thinking?
Oh, I'm just trying to help. Oh,
Bro, I had that.
you shot him in the foot.
I had him incapacitated or something. Damn it.
God, our plan seems to have not gone the best. So
Where was Elijah?
that's what I want to know.
As soon as you say that, Elijah appears on the window,
Yeah.
now sitting cross-legged, staring at you two, and he says, "Do you see what I mean now? Look at me. Look at me. I'm doing fine. Health bar's full. Look at this." And I did that by killing him.
Yeah, because that's the easy way.
Yeah, as I said, yes.
It's because it's easy doesn't make it right.
Don't make you a hero.
Now I'm going to give you, and he looks at the clock tower, and he says, 2 minutes before they figure some stuff downstairs. I need to get down to the mayor. If you guys want to follow, that's fine, but you have 2 people down there that you have to incapacitate. And he looks at you, Griffin.
Yeah.
And then he says, and then we can figure some stuff out. So, I'll meet you down there. You got 2 minutes to finish them up, or I'm going to kill them.
Elijah.
Yeah, hurry up. Time.
Do you have anything? Bandages, health potion, something.
Medkit.
He feels his chest pocket, and he grabs this little tiny vial, and he hands it to you, Baggio.
It's a shot of adrenaline.
Uh-oh. Baggio's pupils dilate. No. No.
Do you take it?
Yeah, I take it. Can I do like a insight, sense, motive? See if he's trying to kill me. Like what?
I'm not. You don't have to take. You don't have to do insight. He's not going to kill you.
Okay.
I'm
gonna drink it. What does my health go to?
And then you die.
Oh no!
Then I turn into a fly. What? No.
But your health raises by 1 point.
Okay, so how much health do I have right now? Because it was 0.
1.
So I'm at 2 health. All right. I go. Okay. I'm like, oh, thank you.
So you stub your toe, you're dead. Okay. Well, now what? There's still 2 more people, right?
Yep.
All right. So what's Elijah doing? He said he's going back down.
He disappeared into a fly.
Fly.
When can I do something?
We're not in combat right now, Wes. So you can just do something whenever.
Oh, but we.
It's not turn based when you're not in a fight.
But I want to F these dudes up.
I know, but they don't know where. Well, they saw us fly out, didn't they?
Yeah.
All right.
Right now, if you look down into the window, you see the mayor frantically banging on the door. So, Elijah was correct in his stance of 2 minutes, and they were going to do something.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull out my eagle bow and try to shoot one of them, if that's okay.
That's fair. Roll. Which one, gnome or tabaxi?
I'm gonna take out the Tabasky first. That bitch is crazy.
To the Tabascus.
I'm gonna take out the Tabasco sauce real quick.
Just go ahead and take out Tabascus.
Real quick, guys, I gotta take out my toboggan.
Hey, it's gonna be a to be continued.
Alright, roll your nat 20. 19. Alright, that's gonna hit.
Alright.
Do your damage. I don't know how you can non-lethally bow and arrow somebody, so,
I'm gonna shoot him in the...
He shoots him in the leg and it hurts real bad.
I'm gonna shoot him in the side.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Alright.
stomach area.
So they can bleed out slowly. I get
Exactly.
you. I get you.
Baggio yells, "We'll take you to a doctor."
So she's out, so she hears you
Thank
scream
God.
that. And she goes, "I don't have insurance," and falls. And
Somebody call Life Alert.
the gnome's sitting there. As you look from the tabaxi to the to where the gnome is, but you only see a shoe with an arrow in it.
Oh,
So he's running around somewhere.
so he took.
He's
He's half running.
he's half running. He's basically
He's speed walking right now.
So
he's jumping.
He took off his Pippin. Okay.
yeah.
One of his Pippins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's running at half speed, but still pretty fast. You see him in the warehouse, just running around.
Does he have a weapon?
Yeah, he's got a short sword,
Oh yeah.
but he's not going to get you from up there though.
Okay,
You guys are
what's these
shooting fish in a barrel.
buckling maneuvers? So I know disarm, distraction. Feint is where...
He faints and pretends to die.
How far of a drop is it?
20 feet.
What if I... I just thought, like, what if Griff grabs Baggio again, but instead of going through the window they already broke, he goes to a different side and bashes Baggio through the window?
Through the other window that's not broken?
Yeah. No. But,
I like that. Do it.
No, just...
Do it.
He's got 1 health.
Pussy.
He's got
I
1 health.
got 2 health.
Pussy.
Hey, it didn't hurt me last time. I didn't take any damage.
Okay, fine. I take Baggio, flip him around, walk to the other side of the window, and bash him through
Baggio's like, ah!
it.
And you guys go running down.
As I land, I'm gonna throw one of my darts at the gnome.
Ooh.
Alright, roll your dice.
At first, I gotta look up what the darts do. I didn't write their damage. 1 second.
It's D4.
Okay.
Darts are D4.
Alright, so roll my attack roll. Oh!
That's it. That's a hit. Yep. That's a hit. And where do you hit him? And
I aimed for his back.
okay, as you hit him, he falls to the ground with that.
Okay, and I'm gonna take one. Well, I'm gonna go back over there and pick my dart up.
Seeing that everyone is now unconscious or dead, the mayor is banging on the door and he says, "Come on, come on, come on!"
I'm gonna run over to the mayor and attempt to calm him down.
As you're running over there, Elijah appears now leaning on the door with his right foot on the back of the wall, and he says, "Hey."
Oh, to the mayor.
To the mayor, to which the mayor starts screaming and running towards you, Baggio, and he bounces off your stomach and falls to the ground and starts crawling backwards.
I'm gonna step on his pant leg. Like I'm gonna try to keep him from getting away. I'm just gonna try to hold him there.
And that's what happens, yeah.
Okay, so I've got him. I'm like, calm down, calm down. What's going on here? And be honest.
Well, we were just... you are the problem here. You came in here and murdered everyone. I'm a witness to that. I can sue you.
I've killed no one.
Oh, yeah, because that arrow out of that tabaxi over there looks real non-lethal, am I right?
She's not dead, and we're going to take her to a physician.
And then you just pan over and you see the tabaxi just with a pool of blood around.
Is she still alive?
She's still alive, but
But okay, yeah, I like the funny scene. She's fine. Camera pans over. She's in a pool of blood.
She's fine.
And then after you say she's fine, Elijah starts walking towards him with his hands out in the air, and he says, "Yeah, no, she's a goner, and everyone else here was a goner. And he gets real close to his face and he says, "Do you want to be a goner?" And he starts panicking. He says, "No." "Yeah, okay. So, then I'm going to need to know where or what you were going to do with this." And in his hand manifests the multicolored powdered jar. And at this point, you guys can ask your questions. He'll answer honestly if he knows. He's too intimidated. I'm not going to make you do another torture or whatever scene.
Baggio's going to say, "Tell us what you were doing here."
He says, "Listen, guys, I'm the mayor, yeah, but there's so many different people. The elemental Genasis, they're in charge of this thing. You know that. Everybody knows that. They don't want anyone to be like just jumping out of the. Everyone has to do their job to the Genasi to make sure that everyone's safe. You know, and I just happen to be doing the job of whatever they tell me to do."
What is the powder? And what does it do?
I mean this. I absolutely mean this. I don't know. I was just here to pick it up and take it to a location they told me to take it. I don't know the location yet. They were going to tell me later, but I don't have the jar, so I can't provide proof to them. They won't give me the information.
What did you need to do to get the location?
I needed to provide the jar with the multicolored sands. And then Elijah says, now with his foot being pushed onto the halfling's head, like farther into the ground, and he says, "Okay, where did you get the powder? Where did it come from? Who supplied it?" It was some barkeep in town. You know, the leader of the grapes, the leader of the Grapes of Wrath. And Elijah goes, "And who is that?" And the halfling goes, I don't know. I didn't do the drop. I didn't do the pickup. That's all you're going to do is, You're not going to ask this man questions?
I don't know what to ask. I'm still thinking. Okay.
How would you like working for us?
And who was about to tell you? Who's on the other side of that door?
No, the other Lemonheads. They were supposed to come protect us.
Baggio's going to walk over to the door and put his ear up against the door frame, and I'm going to try to listen to see if I hear anyone on the other side.
Roll perception. No, investigate. Sorry, do the investigation.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 10, so let's see. Investigation. I don't think I have that.
You say this every time. It's intelligence.
-1, so 9.
You hear a lot of muffled stuff, but I'll just give you that it's probably not going to be like some final boss territory in the warehouse.
Okay, but I do hear people on the other side of the door?
Yeah.
Okay, now, did he bang on the door long enough for someone to hear him and they're on their way? Does it sound like someone's coming?
It sounds like they sound like in a panicked tone. It sounds like they're maybe trying to get through the door at this point, because Elijah did lock it up pretty good. And Elijah seems to be stepping on the halfling's head. And to your question, Griffin, like, how would you feel to be working for us? The mayor says, depends on what you offer. The Genasi elementals were very kind in offering, my life. So,
what if we match that?
Listen, kid, I like your style. I like your feathers. You're a pretty cool dude. But I don't think you versus an entire race of the Genasi are gonna, exactly be on the neutral sides of the argument to get my eternal help.
At this point, Griffin takes his sword and stabs the mayor in the neck. No.
I was about to say, what is Boggy going to do?
I was going to say.
No, I'm kidding.
Elijah, pulls his foot off of him, and he sighs, and he turns to you two, and he says, I wasn't exactly in the bar when the jar was given to the Earth Genasi. I was outside. I was trying to follow you two. Where did he get the jar of multicolored powder?
And if I remember correctly, wasn't it the buzzard guy?
No.
Or no.
It the bartender?
It was the chick, right? The bartender?
It was Isabel, yeah.
Baggio is not gonna say. I'm gonna bluff and be like, oh, I'm not sure because I don't want to incriminate her or get her drawn into this because she's a lady.
I'm not gonna roll insight on you, but Elijah is also looking towards Griff, and Griff doesn't have the same mindset of Baguio. So would Griff tell Elijah who gave the jar away?
Baguio lied just now and said he didn't know because he doesn't want to get her drawn into this because he kind of likes her. And, but Griffin doesn't think the way Baguio does all the time, so how would Griffin respond?
Well, Elijah likes to kill, and I think Griffin's initial thought would be she's just like a middleman. He thinks if Elijah knew, he'd go and torture her or whatever.
Right.
And he doesn't want her killed because chances are she's probably a middle woman or something. I may be completely wrong, but
middle management type deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna lie to him too and say you don't know?
Yeah.
We both say we're not sure. We didn't see it either.
But we look at each other
Yeah. No, okay. I'm gonna visibly. We're gonna eyeball each other.
Elijah is about to press on, but then he hears people at the door doing things. So he sighs and he shakes his head and he's like, all right, I guess we're going to have to do this even harder. He turns to the mayor and he says, listen, I don't care what you say to these guys, but you do not incriminate us. You do not incriminate us. Whoever killed all these people wasn't us. Wasn't this turtle without a mask, and wasn't this Eric Hokra without a mask. And he turns to you guys with this, you can't see anything under his mask, but you assume it's a look of disappointment. And he says, now, if you want to make sure that you're safe...
Baguio puts on his mask. after the fact. Baguio slow, really awkwardly and slowly, looking left and right, all shifty-eyed. Baguio slowly puts his mask on.
Elijah turns to the mayor and he says, if you tell anyone that this was us or these two, I will be back to find you. I will come and I will wreck you and I will kill you and I will pull out your insides and stuff them into your dirty mayor mouth. Understand?
Baguio threw up in his mouth a little.
The mayor just goes, mm-hmm. And Elijah stares at you two and he says, without looking at the mayor, now it seems like the leader here, he looks at the dwarf and he picks up the warhammer with his short sword in it, and he puts it over his shoulder and he says, is no longer the leader. So whoever's out there, make them the leader. And then I'm sure it'll work itself out. But until then, nothing happened here that had anything to do with us. And I will be coming back to you for some information. And he hands him a vial of the multicolored... He doesn't hand him the jar, he hands him a different vial of multicolored powder, and he says, give this to the Genasi, and you tell them this is what you got, and then you will hear from me. And with that, Elijah turns into a fly after pointing towards the roof, and it goes to the roof.
Alright, before Griff flies out, he's
Right.
gonna run over to the gnome and grab the last shoe.
You got both of them now?
Yeah, I got both of the shoes, and I'm gonna put them up on my shelf if I get a house or something.
Okay, so you're putting them in your backpack. Alright. Okay, so Baguio's gonna run over to the chick who's bleeding out. And I'm gonna pick her up and throw her over my shoulder.
Elijah from the roof says, hey, do not bring her. Just pour some of this on her. And drops a vial.
Okay. So,
I'm going to say you catch it with your monk hands.
Yeah, with my monk hands. Alright, so I lay her down away from her blood pile. And
Right.
I pour the liquid into her mouth.
The bleeding stops all of a sudden and she starts getting color.
Alright, so we gotta go.
And then
we gotta go,
Bagger
Griff.
teabags her. One good time.
Griff, get us out of here.
And then Griff picks up
Okay.
Baguio.
Okay, so I grab Baguio, and I put him above my head with the shell up.
Oh my god. I know what you're gonna do. He finds the last remaining unbroken window.
Yeah, and I fly through it.
And I go, ah!
But before that, you hear...
And you see Elijah standing there, and he says, well, I'll give you this. You boys know how to make an entrance and an exit.
Griff, and I'm kind of woozy in my voice sometimes. Griff, do you mind if we find a doctor? Because my health is still 2.
Listen, I got another one of these vials. I'll give you that, but... So he gives it to you, and it gives you another HP.
One? So he's at...
Yeah.
This guy's stingy.
He is, dude.
Alright, I'm at 3.
They're just small little shots that you can take when you're not, like, getting... So you can not, be dead.
So wait, what's your full health?
13.
He says, so why were you here today? I told you to leave me alone. I told you to stay out of my way.
We're just trying to help.
Yeah, but what information did... Why are you guys here?
To do the right thing. Elijah.
Yeah?
How much do you know about this town?
Honestly, not the most. I know a little bit, as much as I could when I was scouting to figure this out, but, not a lot. Why?
How much do you know about, and he looks around, the supernatural?
Elijah stares down at you and he says, a little bit.
He just, without saying anything else, Baggio goes, Lady Lullaby, and then kind of looks at him with a type look.
Elijah cocks his eyebrow and he says, yeah?
Name ring any bells?
Nope. Got nothing for you. Sorry.
Can I roll perception to see if you lie?
Insight?
Or
Yeah,
insight. 14
Ooh.
plus 1. 15.
He seems to be telling the truth on the fact of, yeah, he knows a little bit about the supernatural, but he seems to be telling the truth about, I don't know about... And he says, why? What is Lady Lullaby?
And that's what we're trying to figure out.
Is it important?
Well...
It's like a little side quest.
Real quick, it's called Jacobi's Lullaby. How is it the side quest?
What we're doing right now is a side quest. No,
I don't know, dude. It felt like this was the main story.
Alright.
It does. It feels a little bit.
I'm gonna say.
Wait, hold on. What if the powder is some type of I don't know, how do I say this? The powder is some type of drug that they put on the children. And it's all connected with...
We don't know. Alright, so Baggio's going to recount...
Nice dismissal of his theory, but...
No, I don't know. We can't tell. He don't know.
No, this is out of character.
Oh, out of character, okay.
I'm just thinking.
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I think the powder has something to do with her. But of course, Deej can't tell us.
Nope.
I mean, he could.
No. So Baggio's going to recount the encounter with Lady Lullaby to Elijah.
What? Tell him?
Yep. I tell him the story.
Well, tell him.
So there's... Okay. So Elijah, we've been seeing these tiny ghost children. As crazy as it sounds. And one night of the fair, we saw them being taken by some large female ghost lady. It's the most I can say about her. And we fought her.
So is that what you've been up to for the past day?
Exactly. We've had a rough time.
Yeah.
Did you mock him?
I did.
Oh.
Elijah takes off the mask, and you see his now just stone-faced appearance staring at you, Griff.
Has he been high this whole time?
Not stoned face. He's very stoic.
He says, I don't have time to mess around. If you guys have an actual problem, let me know.
I believe a devil woman is quite the problem.
Well, I haven't seen the devil woman. Just like I haven't seen the children you were talking about.
Well, so you don't believe us?
Honestly, not really. No. I'm sorry.
Why would I lie to you?
Honestly, because I think you just came here to make sure I didn't kill anybody.
Well, that was part of it.
I do that everywhere I go.
Oh, so you're annoying.
Baggo looks perturbed by that.
Listen, bring me some proof, I can help you out, but I don't know anything about spirits or ghost children. I know one ghost in my life, and that one's a bit of a debacle in itself. But be that as it may, I'm kind of in the middle of my own shenanigans right now. So, with that, if you wanted to roll a persuasion, you can. To ask him to do something, sure. But it's up to you guys.
I'm going to try to ask him to come with us the next night to try to see her. But then also I want to take him to the fair right now and show him the statue of her.
Okay.
So what would I roll?
A D20 for persuasion.
Dang it.
Alright, my turn. Griff's up to bat.
After you say that, he's like, well, I'm not one for the fair. Depends. And then you can take a crack at it, Griff.
Okay. So what would I need you to do in order for you to come with us? As I lick my lips? No, I'm kidding.
If this was an anime, you could see him, like, shiver.
Did you just come on to him?
I might.
Are you gonna roll... Well, okay, listen, guys. I'll give you this. I'm not going to the fair with you. I'm not exactly dressed for the occasion, as he shows off his static pink cloak and his mask. He says, I can meet you somewhere if you'd like, but I don't really feel like chasing ghosts tonight. I gotta keep an eye on the mayor to make sure he doesn't back out on this deal. And he looks down in the window, and you see Chad now talking to the mayor as Chad and a bunch of other gang members are rushing around the bodies. And
meet us at the clock tower tonight at nightfall. And Baggio hands him 5 gold.
You giving me money?
Meet us at the clock tower. Call it an incentive.
He looks around for a second, he does a quick spin, and he says, okay, but if I get a whiff that this is to attack me or to cause any harm to my operation, I will kill both of you. And that isn't a threat, it's a promise. Understand?
Understood.
If we try to attack you, I'll let you kill us.
No, you won't, because you'll be attacking me. How would you... Oh, sorry, man. No, whatever. Okay.
I pat him on the shoulder, like I put my hand on his shoulder. Like he notices I'm right up on him now, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I look him right in the eye, and I say, listen, Elijah, you can trust me.
You can't trust this bird guy.
And he kind of puts his pointer finger and his thumb between on his bridge of his nose, and he says, all right, okay, we'll see how this goes. But until then, and he takes a step onto the ledge of the building, he says, I got work to do, and he falls backwards.
Okay.
And with that, he's gone, and
I really need to get patched up. I need to find a healer or a doctor or even an alchemist. Somebody. Let's head back to the main part of town, Griff.
Okay, Baggio. I feel like we shouldn't go anywhere public.
I'm sure there's a healer there.
Alright, so Baggio goes off towards Grape Village. When I get there to, like, let's say I'm in, like, the town square area of Grape Village, what do I see, in the line of shops and stores and specifically looking for anything listed or labeled as doctor, alchemy, healer, witch doctor, anything.
Well, as you go towards Great Village, you are in the festival at this point, and you see something kind of peculiar. It seems to be a big tent. It's like a big tent, and if you try looking through the doorway of the flaps, you can't see anything except darkness. Mm-hmm. But above it, you see, in big letters and lights, you see Keebler. Keebler? Yes.
Baguio, thinking this may be something important, he walks in there. Maybe there's a medic or a first aid person for the fair in there. So he walks in. What does he see inside the tent? And where's Griff?
Yeah, I was about to ask, where is Griff?
So we're in... Where are we exactly? Are we in Great Village or are we in the fair?
You're in Great Village, but you're just, like, entering through the festival. So the whole festival is, like, has a radius around the clock tower in all of the sections of Jacobi. Okay. And in Great Village, there is... Part of the festival is where the tent is Keebler.
Okay. Griff's just walking around.
Okay, then what is Griffin after?
He's probably after some more sunflower seeds, to be honest. He's just walking around.
Grabbing his you-know-what?
But he's so cute, though.
Okay, then Baguio.
So I, step through the tent, pushing the tent out of the way as I walk in, and I'm like...
After you walk inside... You suddenly don't see anything.
It's black?
It's black, sure. But can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, I'm pretty wise. 12 plus 2.
14. You walk in, and with your saving throw of 14, this dark black area suddenly becomes this luminescent white room with an exit right behind you. You are free to leave at any time, and you see a well in the middle of the room, and you see this female figure next to the well, and it looks like she has all this different colored splattered skin, all these different colors splattered all over her skin. You can't really tell what type of race she is. It doesn't seem like it's a specific type, but it seems to be more of an amalgamation of any race you've ever seen. And she comes closer and she says, "Welcome. Wow. Can you see me?"
So does she look like a Frankenstein?
No, it's more it's not a Frankenstein. It's more genuine than that. It just seems like it's everything, but it's everything but different at the same time.
I'm gonna say, what is this place?
It's whatever you need.
I need to be healed.
All right. And with that, all of a sudden you are feeling a lot better. But in that moment, you see this aura of all these different colors emanate from her onto your body and pull out more of a turquoise glow all over your body. And
so she takes part of my essence?
No. She basically helps you heal faster.
So what's my health up to now?
You're at full health right now.
Ooh.
And she has taken an additional 3 gold from you.
Okay.
And you didn't even have to touch it. She just noticed that 3 gold is now missing.
Oh. Thank you?
She smiles widely.
She's freaking me out.
And she says, "Well, that's no problem. We have all you'd ever want or need here at Keebler's Soul Binding and Soul Works."
Oh. Baguio, when she said soul, Baguio starts stepping backwards. And...
Oh, don't leave. Don't worry. I have lots of stuff that we can do. And I know exactly what you need. And with that, the camera zooms out from inside the tent, out of this white room, outside, so we just see the Keebler tent. And then the camera keeps zooming as we see Griff pecking at these sunflower seeds on the ground.
Baggio in here about to get sucked into hell or something, and Griffin's out there picking up some seeds.
And then the camera fades into another shot of Jacobi as the sun is threateningly setting, but at this time it's nowhere close to sunset.
Faded starts playing.
Cut.